fans, boxing fans, boxing fans, boxing fans. And remember, after the 10 count, you out. Suckers.
What's going on, boxing fans? Boxing fans, this is J-Dog Lawyer here with 10 Count Boxing News, coming at you with some great news. Okay, boxing fans, we got Manny the Pac-Man Pacquiao versus Errol Spence for a unified welterweight championship of the world, baby. Speed versus power, okay? And in the words of Roy Jones Jr., y'all must have forgot, okay? Because I've been hearing all over the boxing world that Manny's too small, Manny's too old, Manny's too short, Errol's too big, Errol's too strong. I'm hearing this from pro boxers who fought Manny. I'm hearing this from pro trainers all over the world. And you know who else has been hearing this their entire life? Manny the Pac-Man Pacquiao has been hearing this whole life. Okay? Now we're talking about an 8-division world champion who has beat over 20 world champions in championship fights. And people like this, okay? Let's see, Marco Antonio Barrera, Juan Manuel Marquez, Eric Morales, Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, Antonio Margarito, Sugar Shane Mosley, Timothy Bradley, Adrian Broner, and Keith One-Time Thurman. These are just some of the victims that that Manny has fought. A couple he has fought multiple times. Excuse me. Couple he's had fights with that he's won 2, lost 1. You know, legendary fights. I mean, this kind of fighting goes back to the Sugar Ray Leonard, Hagler, Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali. These guys have fought over and over again. He's an old school fighter. And that's exactly what he is. He's a fighter. That's another reason why he has fought. He has, I believe, somewhere around 67 victories. Okay, so this man has been hearing that he's always too short, a man who's always too old, blah, 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 blah. He's been in too many wars. And he's only standing in at 5.5 feet tall with a 67-inch arm reach, okay? But he is from the Philippines, and like I say, y'all must have forgot that he's been fighting champion after champion for over 20 years, and he probably has the fastest hands and the quickest feet in boxing. Shout out to Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. You are a true legend, buddy. You are a true legend. Now, Manny is a southpaw, and he has lightning fast speed. Relentless leg work is always coming through for him. However, Keith must try to find a way to prevail. Errol the Truth must find a way to prevail in this great fight, and the truth must be spoken on, and the truth must be known. And Errol the Truth Spence is going to try to have to find a way to defeat this bolt of lightning in Manny the Pac-Man Pacquiao. Most likely, Errol is the best welterweight of this generation. He currently holds the WBC and the IBF welterweight titles. He's standing in at just under 5'10" with a 72-inch reach, and Errol has wins over Danny Garcia, Showtime Sean Porter, who I believe that is his absolute best victory right there, even though that was a very, very close fight. And I also believe that Showtime Sean Porter is probably the closest thing that Errol Spence has ever faced compared to a Manny Pacquiao style, because Showtime Sean Porter is going to be in your face all night, and he's relentless, and Manny the Pac-Man Pacquiao fights a little bit, quite a bit like that, only he does have great counters, very awkward angles, and his leg work is unquestionably, without a doubt, it's the best in the business. So like I say, it went over Showtime Sean Porter. He also has a win over Mikey Garcia and Kell Brook. Errol's a natural welterweight. He's very strong. He's coming in at 27-0 with 21 KOs. However, like I say, Manny has defeated probably over 22 world champions already, and he's been here so many times before, okay? Errol does have an incredible jab. He has probably the best jab in the welterweight division right now. He's going to have to use that jab to try to neutralize Manny Pacquiao and keep him at bay, because, like I say, those angles, the way that Manny's going to be jumping in and out, is going to confuse Errol. And I know that Errol's probably going to be trying to wait with a big counter. Meanwhile, Manny's going to be running up the scorecards with a relentless form of attack from the body, the head. I mean, he's going to be coming in all over the place. He's like Tigger, man. He's going to be bouncing all over the place. So Errol has that great strength and power. And these are the words of Manny the Pac-Man Pacquiao, okay? Not the words of J-Dog Loya from 10 Count Boxing News. Manny Pacquiao says, Errol too slow. Straight up. You know, Errol too slow for Manny. That's what Manny's saying, okay? I know that there's so many people out there that think that Manny Pacquiao is going to get murdered. I personally am not one of those. I believe that this is going to be a very good, very hard-fought fight on both ends. I believe that Manny Pacquiao, I'm going to give him the an advantage in this fight. I'd say a 60% advantage to 40. You know, Errol is not going to go in there and get blown out. Obviously, he's got a great chin, and he's got great stamina. He's an incredible boxer. However, I believe that he'll get outworked, and unless he lands some monstrosity punches on Manny Pacquiao, I see this going into the hands of Manny Pacquiao. And like I say, I also believe that because of the title that the WBA title that Manny Pacquiao held, that he won from Keith One Time Thurman, I believe that it's in talks right now for the WBA to reinstate Manny Pacquiao, because they put him as champion in recess, and they handed the title over to Ugas, and Ugas has never defended that since they handed him the title. He never defended that title. So with that said, the champion recess is stepping up to take on the IBF and the WBC welterweight champion. Give Manny back his belt straight up, because we had a pandemic. Manny's an arena fighter, so he's not going to really fight in front of an empty crowd. He's just too big for that. So I believe that that's the reason why he probably didn't fight. Not to mention he's doing the senator thing, which soon might become the president of the Philippines. But I do believe that Manny Pacquiao will win this and become the unified WBC, IBF, and the WBA welterweight champion of the world. And he's going to put on an excellent performance in a hard-fought fight. And once again, this great champion, who also is a legend in the game of boxing, and holds he holds records, and he's I believe the only 8 division world champion, and he's took on probably more champions than anybody in boxing right now. I think he might be right up there, him and Floyd Mayweather, like right neck and neck. But yeah, it's going to be an incredible fight, and it's great to see Manny stepping up like no other boxers have before, and just keep taking on one champion after another champion. And with this relentlessness and lightning fast speed, I do believe that Manny Pacquiao will be victorious in this one. And if y'all ain't liked and subscribed to our channel, man, please do hit that subscribe button down there in the corner. We're going to be giving out these great boxing gloves here. Once I get up to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be doing live videos as well, calling pay-per-view fights and this and that once we get up to 1,000 subscribers, okay? If you want to shout out, or if you want to leave a comment down in the comment section, go ahead and do that, and I'll get back at you. Also, give me a follow at 10 Count Boxing News on Instagram. Spell it out, T-E-N instead of the letter 10, just like my YouTube channel is. And thank you for watching. And with that said, this is J-Dog Loya with 10 Count Boxing News. And remember, after the 10 count, you out, suckers! Peace!
Boxing fans, boxing fans, boxing fans, boxing fans. And remember, after the 10 count, you out.